Disclaimer. I doesn't claim any of the arts. All the picture shown belongs to the respective artist and company. If you are original owner and want me to remove the video, I will do it immediately. Just send me an email to inform me. And if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. In the beginning of the episode, Kim thinks, how can this be possible with me? And we see that Kim is in a lot of pain and thinks how powerful Narendra is. And how can it be that even after using all my skills and all of my power, I could barely block just one of Dragon's attacks? And I can't believe that even though him and I are both S rankers, there can be such a gap between our powers. And we see Kim thinking that unless he's forcefully wielding such power, there's no way other around. And we see that Narendra's hand vein is fully bloated and turning black as if he is using his blood to use his power, and we can see a hole on his back that is not healing. Kim thinks that he must be pushing his limit, and we see him standing up again on his feet, thinking that if I can somehow steal a little more time, there might be a chance. But we see Narendra laughing and saying that you filthy non-believer, and I can see through your mind what you are thinking and what you want to do. Narendra says that even though you can't fight me head-on, you just want to somehow waste time so that you can win later. But you think this will work here. Yes, it might have worked, and that's definitely not a bad reasoning, but we see Narendra shouting and saying that you should know that your useless tricks won't work on me. And he sends his dragon to attack a building that Kim is in it without wasting any time. And Kim, with fear in his eyes, shouts that, "What is happening? Where the dragon is going?" We see the bodyguards who are in that building senses something, and with that they see the dragon that is approaching them. And we see these people getting horrified seeing it coming. And Narendra uses Dragon's leg tail and also uses his Dragon's green fire attack. And after that, in the next scene where the Korean Association's headquarters, a girl is saying that this is an emergency and the warp gate is quickly connected, and the connection is now complete, and the coordinate of the east point is connected, and the connection is confirmed. We see a lot of people there who are ready to go to East Point to help Kim, and we see the girl saying that, but our country, New South Korea, is the only one connected. And she says to Park that even for a player like you, Park Sung-jin, I'm worried you could fall into extreme danger if you enter now. And Park says, nonsense, you don't know who is inside now. There is a child inside who is in great danger, and you think how long he will be able to keep himself alive. Park says that now, it doesn't matter what happens to us, but we can't let our comrade die so easily, so right now we will break the East Point now. And Park shouts, let's go eliminate those terrorists and rescue our comrades. And we see them going inside the warp gate. We see the bodyguard and the other people are unconscious, and the bodyguard moves himself for some time and opens his eyes and sees that Kim is trying his best to block that attack using his full power, and we see him just shouting in fear, Tae-yun! And we see that the Kim is screaming in extreme pain and using his power as much as he can. And we see that the power he is blocking is the dragon breath that Narendra had used L with Dragon's tail. And we see Narendra saying, well, this is what I expected from you. This is the only choice you have. And we see him saying that even though you want to die so much, in that case, burn to ashes here and now. And we see Kim using his full power, due to which he is not able to move from his place. Bodyguard says to Kim that you don't need to be so worried about us, because if you die here, it will be the end of everything for us, so please take care of yourself. We see Kim thinking that yes, he is absolutely right, and it is true that since I am fighting this dragon, it has no meaning, because the dragon is very powerful, and I can never win in a head-on fight. But here the only method I have, that is, I somehow take this Narendra to his limit, but I don't think even this thing is working here. And Narendra is laughing. Kim knows that his plan still, it has not happened yet, and doesn't know why is Narendra not getting weaker yet. And Kim is using his full power to block the continuous attack that is happening. And he thinks in his mind just one thing and shouts that I cannot give up yet. I have to save everyone. And we see red aura coming out of his eyes. Suddenly, everything goes silent, and someone says that I can't take this anymore. And we see Kim looking back shockingly and seeing that the bodyguard has fallen there. But he has not said anything. But Kim has definitely heard something, and we see that a very dangerous message comes that the predation skill is being temporarily ranked up. And we see the Kim's power increasing. The predation skill is being promoted from B rank to A rank, and the MC's power increases even more, and its power exceeds its limit, and Kim's body is no longer able to handle that power. Kim thinks what is happening, and then another notification comes that the predation skill is now promoted to S rank. And then suddenly another notification comes that the predation skill is promoted to SS rank, and seeing so much power being transformed, the Narendra, who was shocked, starts thinking what nonsense is happening, and we see a huge amount of power being released from Kim, and Narendra thinks what is going on right now with Kim. Then another notification comes that the predation skill has been promoted to SSS rank, and we see Kim is in pain. And then another notification comes that due to so much power, the predation skill cannot be deactivated right now. And the notification keeps coming repeatedly, and Kim starts shouting and thinks that this predation skill is going to go into a berserk mode or what. And we see him thinking about the king, thinking if the voice that came just now was the king who had given him this power. We see that due to so much power, Kim thinks that, am I going to die? And we see his hands and feet drying up and breaking and falling to the ground, and Kim thinks that no, I can't die now. It will be pointless. I still have a lot to do in life, I can't lose, and this is too much for me to handle. And we see Kim losing control of his power and falling to the ground and fainting there. We see Narendra thinking, what, has he used his power so much that he has gone crazy? His power has gone into a berserk mode, but how can so much powerful energy still be coming out? And we see Narendra thinking that another thing is becoming even more difficult for me to understand. That even after using his so powerful skill, when he fainted here, why has his power not stopped yet? And how is his skill still active? Narendra says, how dare a lowly non-believers? Look at you, if you are planning on opposing God to your very end. And we see Narendra shouting, I will end your life with my own hands, and we see him again attacking Kim with the help of his dragon. And as it is going there, then a predation skill tentacle comes and cuts off its wings, and Narendra, looking back, shockingly asks, what was that? And behind Narendra, we see Kim standing on his feet again, and we see Narendra looking at something with extreme fear, that on top of the building, the predation skill has taken the form of a huge monster, and in front of which his dragon looks small, and we see the monster that was made by the predation skill shouting there, and Narendra thinking that what is coming walking on the earth. And we see Kim standing and saying to Narendra, did you say God? What joke. We see Kim's hair changing color there and becoming completely red, as if his whole body is dripping with blood. By seeing this, Narendra thinks what is on earth is happening and says, who are you? You are not Kim, and shouts, who are you? And we see the hand of Kim that was broken, reforming with the help of predation skill's energy, and Kim's whole body is soaked in red, and Narendra thinks about Kim's power. How can so much powerful energy coming out of his body? But we see Kim putting his hand forward and saying that that is of no damn concern to an insect. After all, you are already dead, you don't need to know anything. And we see Kim using by predation putting his hand forward. And we see Narendra, while scared, saying that what is happening? But we suddenly see that nothing is happening around him. It was all his imagination, and suddenly everywhere becomes silent. And we see an explosion of the predation skill happening there after a moment, and everything there is destroyed. And we just get a notification that you have been given a new skill, which is Demon Contract, and it is given to you. And here this chapter ends. Thank you for watching this video until the end. Support this channel by liking this video and subscribing the channel. And if you want me to recap another manhwa or manga, write its name in the comments section. And if you want to know that what happened in previous chapters, you can watch them in this channel. Stay tuned for next chapters.